Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore, and with me today is business coach Molly Gordon. Molly is an author and an artist and has written the book The Way of the Accidental Entrepreneur. So welcome, Molly.
Hey, hi Roger, it's great to be here.
Glad to have you here. So tell us about your book and the work that you do and the clients that you work with.
Well, I got excited about doing this book for people who are self-employed and who go to work for themselves because they love what they do, but they don't really think about it as starting a business. So that's why The Accidental Entrepreneur. And the whole premise of The Way of the Accidental Entrepreneur is that it's possible, in fact necessary, for us to do business the way we want to live.
Say more about that.
Well, as you said, I have been an artist, and even as a little girl, I remember thinking that I wanted my life to be a work of art.
Uh-huh.
And I've come to see that doing business is like making art. You have to do things intentionally, and there are skills and practices, and at the same time, there is an unknown element.
Uh-huh.
There's something you have to let go of.
And one of the things that I remember back in the days when you were my business coach that always just endeared me to you and the work that you do was that you brought in the spiritual aspect of running a business. How does that tie in with the art and with living life and running a business?
Well, it has everything to do with it because, number one, we're not in charge. And I like to use the metaphor of painting. When you begin a painting, you have something in mind. You have an image you want to convey. And as a painter, you may have trained in drawing and color theory and using different materials. And so you have a lot of choices. But when it comes right down to it, the painting that results is rarely the same as the painting you started to paint. Something changes.
That's right.
And that's where spirit comes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's your book for?
My book is for people who want to live lives of meaning and service and delight. They do not want to sacrifice being human beings for business success. And they want to be successful so that they can afford to work for themselves and to do the work they love to do.
You mean do the work that you love to do and make money?
Absolutely.
What a concept.
What a concept. And there's a very important thing here. We, in my view, can't expect to just do what we love and get paid for it unless what we love to do serves others.
And so how do we serve others, meet our needs, meet our family's needs? How do we put all this together?
Well, in The Way of the Accidental Entrepreneur, I identified what I call the 3 instructions. And Roger, this is what I realized reflecting over my 20-some years of self-employment. 10 of them not so successful, and 10 of them very successful.
Uh-huh.
And I found that there were 3 things I did consistently that created success. One was to question the thoughts and limiting beliefs that would keep me from succeeding. The second was to be myself. Every time I took on a business practice and thought I had to not be myself, it got phony.
Okay.
And then the third is to keep the channel open, and that's that spirit piece. Stay open to source, stay open to spirit.
And so how do we be ourselves?
That's a great question. To be yourself requires a combination of both boldness and humility. Humility because we're always changing. And to be myself authentically, I need to let go of the impression I want to make and be open to who I really am in this moment and how I can connect to you. So being yourself starts with being present and connecting to the person or the events that are going on. And it has a lot to do with joy.
Joy.
Absolutely. It has to do with the joy of being alive, and that can exist even when we're under stress or grieving or sad. There's this juicy joy that happens when I'm here and when I'm with you and when I'm with me.
Okay. So we can have joy and also make money.
You have to have joy if you want to
Okay.
make money.
Okay. So where do our listeners find your book? It's available at Hypnosis Health Info, but where else can they find it?
Absolutely. authenticpromotion.com/thebook.html. And I also recommend that people start, surprise, surprise, by not buying the book.
Really? Now, why is that?
Doing business and investing in the way of the accidental entrepreneur, I think, requires a relationship. I want people to really succeed. And to do that, I want them to find out if this is the path that resonates with them. So I have a free weekly e-zine that they can subscribe to at authenticpromotion.com. And that's a great place to start. And if you read that e-zine and find it speaks to you, then absolutely buy the book. And hey, if you already know it's a match, I won't stand in your way. I just want people to know that there's an alternative, that I'm open to getting to know them before they make a financial commitment.
Well, I've been getting your e-zine for several years now, I think.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Is that long? Okay, it's been since the beginning of them anyway. And I don't always get them all read word for word, and I have a stack of them that when I get a chance on the ferry or somewhere, I'm reading, and there's always something in there that I find of value and that speaks to me, and so I highly recommend Molly's e-zine. And how do they connect with that? What's the...
You can subscribe from any page at authenticpromotion.com.
Okay.
Very easy.
And if somebody wants to contact you, is it through authenticpromotion.com?
Yep, Molly, Molly, at authenticpromotion.com will get you to me.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Molly, for being here. I just admire the work that you do, not only as an artist and as a business coach, but I value our friendship and just have great respect and regard for you. So
Well,
thank
you've
you.
been a gift to me, Roger.
Well,
Thank you.